Okay, guys. Hello. Welcome to episode 11 of My Thoughts No One Asked For. 11 consistent weeks of this show. um, what's that noise? Oh, that's me. I have me playing through the speakers. I'm like, put me on mute. Um, yeah, episode 11. Um, I'm feeling really, really good. I'm in a great mood today. I honestly feel even better because it's guys, it's fall. And even if it's not technically fall, it's once September hits, it's fall. um but I did my fall cleaning. I tried to do it on the first, on Labor Day, because I was off, but I didn't. I decided to be lazy and not do it. And I did my deep clean yesterday. And man, I learned how important it is to really keep your space clean, to really keep your house clean, because, or not even just clean, organized. That's what it is, organized, because I'm the type of person where when I'm walking around the house, even if even if everything is clean, it may be like pretty much I have 3 closets. Like, 2 of my closets were just a mess. Mainly this one in this room, it was a mess because I kind of like treated it like a storage closet, and I just started putting shit in there. And I had my army training a couple of weeks ago, and since I've been back, I've been having all my army gear in my car for like weeks. I never actually put it up. So I have this closet for like all of my army stuff, so all of my gear and uniforms is supposed to go in here, and then like whatever else supposed to go in there. Then I have my closet in my room. That's like my current clothes I'm gonna wear. And I have another closet in my other room that's for the season that I'm not wearing. So I just took all my hoodies and stuff and put it in my room, in my closet, and I took all my summer stuff and I put it in the other closet. So that way I don't have to fold things up and unpack them, and that's too much when the seasons change. So I'm glad that I have like multiple different closets. So I just put all the summer clothes, hang it up in there. So I don't have to like fold everything up. So I can just switch everything. It's easier that way. But anyway, um, yeah, I just knew that my closets weren't like organized. I knew my drawers weren't organized. Like my clothes, I would just kind of throw some of them in there. And I was like, for fall, I'm gonna do a deep clean, deep organization. Like, bro, I'm so fucking sore. My back hurts so bad. Like so bad. But I feel so good. Like, um last night I just felt 10 times lighter, and today I literally felt like a new person. And I learned keeping, at least for me, keeping my space in my crib organized to a T is so important, because now that everything is the way it's supposed to be, I realize why I've kind of been a little bit out of whack the past couple of weeks, or like what possibly has played a part into me not being as productive as I would have wanted to. So I put my 4-month planner in here. I've got my affirmations and stuff. I've got everything all organized where it needs to go. I purged like most of my clothes because I'm gonna like upgrade my whole wardrobe. That's gonna be like a whole video and everything. But yeah, I got rid of a lot of my clothes and just purged, got rid of a lot of stuff. So that was like the main thing, like just getting rid of clothes. The other cleaning and stuff wasn't really, that much. Just like vacuuming, sweeping, mopping, that kind of stuff, putting things where they need to go. And yeah, so if you're feeling a little cluttered in the brain and you feel a little overwhelmed, try, possibly, maybe, um doing a deep clean, and maybe that'll help you feel a little bit better and just lighter. um so yeah, that's just like a little recommendation. That's why I am in such a good mood today, um than I am most days. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm ready for the stream. So what I did, I wanted to say this isn't like a full blown topic, but I did want to talk about this because I was I was thinking about it the past couple of days. So growing up, like being from Atlanta, just being from the South, period. Like, um, I always obviously it's been said that like people from the North, especially from like New York, are mean as fuck. Like just really mean. Really, and I wouldn't even just say just mean, just like real aggressive. And I do like watch content from people who are from New York a lot, and they are just, even the ones who are like close to each other, where like okay, I know that they're like friends, they talk so aggressive and they're so loud and they cuss and scream and they just talk to each other so crazy. And I am just like, you know what? I am really happy that I'm from the South and I don't have to deal with that, because that's way too much. That's too much for me, because I don't like I don't like people screaming in my face and you talking to me like, watch your mouth and fuck is you talking about, and like just being so overly aggressive. And it just made me think about how like Atlanta, like the demeanor of like Atlanta niggas and just how they talk. And I'm like, niggas from Atlanta are like the complete, like demeanor wise, complete opposite from New York. Like Atlanta niggas is so chill, like they're so calm. Even if they're mad at you, or even if they like, cussing you out or kind of frustrated, they still not, at least most of them are not gonna be like super loud and like overly aggressive. Like it's still gonna be like in a certain type of way. Like I feel like Atlanta niggas is more chill even with they disrespect. But New York niggas are like that even if they're not being disrespectful. Like even if they're playful, their playfulness and just playing around with friends and goofing around is real aggressive. But like with Atlanta niggas, it's more so, it's like real life playful. Like you know that they playing. Like they're not, there's a line. I feel like there's a line. And once you go over that line, then shit can get busy. But I feel like with New York niggas, they mouth is reckless. Like absolutely reckless. And it's not just like a men and women thing, like just overall, like just the, like even New York females, I don't think I've ever really been that friendly with people who are from like New York. Like they just mean as hell. Y'all are just really mean and really aggressive. And I'm from the South and I don't do all of that. And I don't like that. I don't react well to it. Cause the minute you start getting loud and talking to me like you think you my mama, that's when like the conversation ends. That's when like the playfulness and the kiki is over. I cannot do that. Call me sensitive. I don't know. It's just something I noticed because I seen this video of this fight. Well, it escalated into a fight with some New York niggas, and I'm like, the only reason this escalated is because they from New York. That's the only reason. And the nigga started talking crazy. He just like, I don't know. I was like, this is New York niggas do too much. They do way too much because they talk too crazy. So shit escalates quickly. So even if some didn't even start off disrespectful, let a nigga take it a certain kind of way because of the octave that you're at is gonna be a problem. So yeah, I just like noticed a very distinct difference, and I'm like, you know what? I'm so glad I'm not from there because I'm not built for it, and I don't understand it. It don't make sense. Keep it over there, please keep it over there. But anyways, let's officially get into the topics. I wanted to start off with this topic and get this out the way because um of the space that I'm in currently right now. I'm going to talk more about it in my YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel. If not, it's your girl Asia. I'm gonna be starting season 2 of my digital diary very, very, very soon to be documenting these really the next year of my life, or then at least the next 6 months. Um, I feel like I've been saying it for like a couple of pods now, or at least I've like referenced it in the last couple of episodes. But So when we're looking at what we have left in 2025, September, November, October, December. I already talked about how like I feel like I'm already extremely pleased and happy with what I've done this year. But there's still more. There's still more to come. And there's so much more that can be done before 2026. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, it's September. I know what I want to do in 2026 already. I'm like, well, we got to knock these things off the list, right? And um the past or a couple of months ago after my birthday, so after I had fun on my birthday and you know got drunk every single day, um I came back and I did my 60-day cleanse. And so for this month of September, I'm definitely going to do a 30-day cleanse just to sober up, give me a little break from it cuz I feel like, you know, it's for a few reasons, but mainly for to direct my focus and to ground myself and to truly make sure that I am focusing on what I want to attract and what I want to achieve this year. And even just a simple example of me deep cleaning yesterday, like since the first, I'm like, all right, sober up time, 30 days. And I'm like, okay, let me just go ahead and do this before the holidays come around and all of that kind of stuff. Like, that's why I'm like, let me just go ahead and get this out the way. And 2 days in, all right, I deep cleaned. I didn't damn near reorganized. I literally fixed the main problem that I've been having, right? So I feel like the first problem was distractions, right? And like, drinking on my off days and then sleeping all day when I could be doing, something else. Two, my space, keeping my space organized, staying productive during the day, being on top of myself, um, and staying on top of my to-do list and things I need to do. So, um, in doing that, right, and deciding, you know what, I'm gonna commit to this 30-day cleanse because this is what I want to achieve, and I need to be full. I need to be raw dogging, full blown sober, and you know do some reassessing of just my entire existence and what I want to accomplish right now. Um and in doing that, and because the reason that I'm doing this is because I really want it bad enough. And I noticed that for some people, whether it's your, whoever your loved ones are, your family, your friends, whoever, significant others, who that they may have a passion, you may know that they may be talented at something, you may know that they have the possibility, the capabilities to achieve whatever it is they want to achieve, but you can tell that they don't want it enough. They just don't want it bad enough. And I'm not gonna lie, those type of people around you who are gifted, or they're at least extremely smart, and that they are capable of even at least half of what they want to do. Like those people that that you just look at them and you're like, you could immediately see them doing X, Y, and Z, but they just don't want it bad enough. Those people in your life who can do anything they put their mind to, but just don't want it bad enough. Like, I'm not saying that I feel like you should cut them off, but I am saying you should have more people in your life who do want it bad enough. You need to have more people in your life who motivate you, who are go-getters, who go after what they want, who make sacrifices to achieve their goals. And even if you are a person who wants it bad enough and you show it through your actions and your work ethic, everybody's not like that. And for it could that could be hard to accept for people that you love and people that you care for and people that you truly see it for, but they just don't see it for themselves. And of course you could try to I feel like you should definitely uplift and pour into that person. I definitely feel like You should uplift and pour into that person as much as you possibly can. Like until you can't anymore. Like I 1000% believe that. Um I don't think that that's a person that you should just simply give up on because it's just like you know what I mean? That is the type of person I feel like that needs the motivation, that needs not really their ass kicked, not really their ass kissed, or for you to like, it's not that you need to really, big their head up, but in a way, yeah, like they just need motivation. They need to know that, you know, someone outside of them can see something that might not even see for themselves. And I am very happy that I want it bad enough, that I see it for myself enough. And that's why I keep talking about I'm very excited to document this process that I'm going through, this creative process of just growth, because I know it, right? Like, I know how great I am. I know what I'm capable of. And now I want to document the process and show people how I get there. So once I get there, niggas can be like, oh, she said this X amount of years ago that she was going to achieve this, right? This is not like, it's not luck. It's not, nothing. It's you actually wanting it bad enough, believing it's going to happen, and working hard enough to get there. That's what it is. And I'm very glad that I'm one of those people who truly see it for myself. And I know that I'm 1,000,000% capable of quite literally anything that I want to do. And yeah, if you're one of those people that know that you want it bad enough and you'll do anything you have to do to get to where you need to be, not anything you have to do, but you'll work hard enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say you'll do anything, but you'll work hard enough to get to where you want to be. Um, if you have people close to you that just people close to you or people that you admire, that you love, that just don't want it bad enough, you have to just let them go through the process. You know what I mean? Not everybody's process is going to be the same. You just have to let them figure it out, but be the best cheerleader that you can be and support them and motivate them and help guide them along your journey, and hopefully that'll rub off on them a little bit. But yeah, some people just don't want it that bad. And that's just really what it comes down to. And so for me, I want to achieve what I view as success so bad. And I know that it's not even about me wanting it. It's about that, like, I know that I'm supposed to be at a certain point. Like I know I'm supposed to be there. And like I see it, and it's like I can taste it every single day. So that's why, yes, right now, looking at it being 4 months left of the year, I'm gonna sit my ass down. I'm gonna sober up. I'm gonna like direct my focus onto every little thing that I need to achieve everything that I want to achieve. That means I'm gonna make time. That means I'm gonna stream at 6:30 today instead of 9:30, so I can stream for an hour, edit all of my clips tonight, upload my VOD on YouTube, so I can have enough clips to post every day while I have to work for the next 4 days. Because I know that that's what works best for me, but I haven't been able to do that because of distractions, because of streaming too late and thinking that I'll have enough time to do it tomorrow before I go to work, and I really fucking don't. And thinking that, oh, well, I don't do anything at work. I can edit clips. No. You know what I mean? Thank you for the follow. So it's like, yeah, I'll think that I have like, yeah, I can totally do that. No. So like, no, I'm totally going to. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for the follow. Um, so like, no, I'm totally going to sit my ass down. I'm going to sober up, and I'm going to do everything I can possibly. I'm going to work insanely hard these next 4 months. My day is going great. It's going great. I'm going to work so hard these next 4 months, and it's like I already have been. That's the crazy thing. Like I've done the groundwork, but I just love when I'm in a bit of, or when I can feel myself going into a hole a little bit, and I'm like, "You know what? No. We got to get out of it, and we're going to like a reset." Basically, a reset. Like I know when I need a reset. And so this is a reset because I want it bad enough. And I speak things into existence as fact, as if I've already claimed it, as if I'm already there, as if I already have it, because that is truly what I believe. And I could be called crazy, I can be called insane. I don't care. I don't care. Um it'll all make sense later. Everybody will catch on later, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Um thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, next topic. I'm trying to see if I can stay on good time today. Trying to make these streams shorter. Not too short, but like well under an hour, like 45, 50-ish minutes. I want to talk about this. I seen a TikTok. I didn't even watch the TikTok. I didn't even watch the full TikTok because I didn't even want to hear it. But I heard something about I heard something about, it brought up the topic of like the keep it real friend, right? The keep it real friend. So I feel like when it comes to people who feel like, or the friends who feel like they're, I'm the friend that keeps it real. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. Like I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna just tell it like it is. Um, I don't like the fact that those people a lot of the times always feel like they're right. Like just because you're the friend that, oh, you're just gonna tell me your honest opinion with no filter and not sugarcoat anything, you think that you are right about everything that you say just because you're being truthful and honest about it. And it's like, you're not. You're not. Just because you're keeping it 100 with me don't mean that you're right about everything that you say. And I think that those things can be mixed up a lot of the times because those people, they speak with so much conviction, and they're just so sure and positive of what they're saying, and they try to speak as if it's a fact because, oh, I'm being so honest and real with you as my friend. Well, it doesn't mean that I have to agree with you. It doesn't mean that you're right. I can accept and appreciate that as my friend you're being honest and truthful, right? I can accept that. I can accept that you're being truthful to me and that you're not going to baby me about anything. Love that. But then whatever you say, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily true. It's just your opinion. It's just your perspective. It's just you have you're using the information that you are privy to make an opinion. And that's great. That's great. Thank you for the follow, Vlone. Um, that's great, but it doesn't mean I have to listen to you just because you're the friend that keeps it real with me. Like, I actually don't. I actually don't. It doesn't mean that you're right. I appreciate that you keep it real because don't nobody want no fake friends. But see, I'm a person, I would consider myself a keep it real friend. Like I'm definitely not gonna sugarcoat shit and I'm not gonna hold my tongue, right? But I'm also an amazing communicator, right? So I'm going to be able to communicate and be open to being wrong. One thing about me, I'm always open to being wrong. So even if I express my opinion, I'm like, hey, I really don't, you don't have to listen to me. I really don't think you should have did that. I think it was wrong. I don't think you handled that situation right. I think you should have did X, Y, and Z. I understand where you was coming from, but friend, I'm telling you, I just really feel like you was dead wrong. And I can't sit up here and tell you that you're not, right? I'm not necessarily now after I say that, I can still just be like, I'm open to being wrong. Maybe there's some information that I'm not privy to as to why you handled that situation that way. maybe you're in a bad mood. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to say that as if like yes, I feel like you're wrong, but I'm not finna sit up here and try to act like I'm your mom and be like, "Oh, well, you're dead ass wrong," and da da da, or be like overly aggressive and just like really try to force my statement and my opinion down your throat as if this is what you should accept. Even if I'm right, I don't think that that approach is necessary. I'm not even going to say that I don't think that it's healthy. I'm going to say that I don't think that it's necessary. And I think that there is um I think there are some people that can deal with that kind of communication very very well, and I think that there's some people that can't. And I think that people that can deal with that kind of communication well should definitely continue to be friends, continue to be, in each other's lives because, that's better. But for me, I'm just like I'm always open to being wrong, even if I feel like I'm right. Even if I'm like 1,000% I'm right. I'm open to being wrong, right? And I feel like just because you're a friend that keeps it real doesn't mean you have to have this like overly aggressive mean ass tone. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, just because you're a friend that's honest that you're automatically mean. No, some of y'all are literally just mean as fuck. Some of y'all are literally just mean. Some of y'all are literally just mean, and some of y'all actually scratch that. It's not even that. It's not even that y'all are mean. Is that y'all speak as if y'all speak as if y'all right about everything, and you're not. You're not. That's just what it boils down to. You're not right. Just because you're speaking with so much conviction, you're not right. Even if you are right, it doesn't mean that you have to sit up here and try to force how you feel or what your opinion is about every little thing. Okay, okay, Jennifer, I'll check it when I get off in like 30 minutes. Um, but yeah, so that's just what it yeah, I'll accept it when I get off. If I try to focus on that right now, I'm gonna like be off track of my topics. I want to try to stay focused. But I got you. I got the notification right now. So I'm gonna do it. But yeah, so that's what I really want to talk about. Like that's annoying that people just like, oh, I'm just a friend that keeps it so real. Who cares? You're supposed to keep it real. You're supposed to be honest with your friends. You're supposed to keep it a buck. But you and your friends are also allowed to have difference in opinions. Like you and your friends are allowed to disagree. It's okay. We are okay. Jennifer, girl, I don't want to block you, girl, but I told you to wait. So you're gonna have to wait. Cause you throwing me off in my stream. I'm trying to focus. My ADHD is all over the place. I need to focus on what I'm doing. I got you. I see your friend request. I got you. Um anyways, so yeah. You're allowed to disagree with your friends. Y'all don't have to have the same opinion. Y'all don't have to view everything the same way. This is not a cult, okay? I'm my own person. So I don't know why people act like them and their friends can't disagree. We don't have to agree. But you're not going to make me feel like I'm wrong or everything is a right or wrong situation when it's literally not. We literally just don't view this the same way. That's why we're clashing. But you want to disguise it as, "Oh, I'm wrong and you're right," because you don't agree with my perspective. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. That is what we're not going to do. A lot of the times, things aren't necessarily a right or wrong thing. Sometimes y'all just view it differently, and that is okay. And I feel like you should be able to walk away from conversations and be like, hey, we just don't view this. We just not gonna see eye to eye on this. We don't have the same viewpoint, and it just is what it is. And I think that more people need to be accepting of that and be appreciative of it and be able to identify it and be like, you know what? We're just two different individuals. We're just two different people. We're just not going to see eye to eye on this, and that is okay. It's okay. It is perfectly fine. I feel like a lot of people act like it's not, and it's weird. It's like, come on. Like, come on, it's perfectly okay. We're all different people. So, anyways, to wrap that whole keep a real friend thing up, that was just kind of like a thing that bothered me. And yeah, so real quick, I want to knock this out. Um, Kai is doing his Mafiathon right now. I'm actually tuned into it. I'm gonna be watching it as soon as I get off stream. And what he did announce in his trailer actually, and he talked a little bit about it on stream, was Streamer University 2026. Um, I originally like wasn't really gonna bring it up on here, but I did watch Streamer University this year. I said it like a few weeks ago. That was probably some of the best content I've consumed all year. Probably the best content I've consumed all year. It was everything about it was extremely entertaining. However, I do know as a viewer and as someone who was actually there, it's probably not even probably it's two can be two completely different experiences. Um and I do know someone like me who does not do well with like the really extreme personalities and a lot of screaming and clip farming and yelling and all of that. That is like not really intriguing to me, and of course I've seen a lot of that there. Um the only reason I didn't apply this year was because I was in the middle of making a short film, and the short film literally could have been my application, but I wasn't finna like rush what I was doing to apply to Stream University. Like I wasn't about to do that. Like I am a real creative. I'm a creator. Like when I want to do something, I do it on my time. And I was like, he might do it again, or I don't even know if this is for me. Like it just wasn't that I don't know. It just didn't seem that urgent of a thing to where like, yeah, I need to do this. And then I think at that time, I don't even think I was streaming yet. I don't think. Yeah, I wasn't even streaming. I didn't My room was like almost complete at that time, I think. But like my room, like I wasn't even my setup wasn't even complete at that time. So I was like, I'm not even gonna do that. But with me streaming for the past couple of weeks now, um, I is totally something that I would apply for next year. Absolutely. I would totally apply for it next year. And well, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Who knows? But it's definitely something I would say like is more intriguing now to like go all out and apply for and everything than it was earlier this year. It just wasn't, I don't know, wasn't for me. But I do feel like if I were to be there, I would literally be there to take like be in the classes and all that stuff and to stream and to collaborate with like whoever like felt most organic and natural to me. I wouldn't be there for like just way too much social interaction, like for like the really intense and like dramaticness of it all. I'm just way too antisocial for all of that. That is literally the only thing that turns me off about Streamer University as far as physically being there. Watching it, I'll watch it all day long. But actually considering applying for it and then trying to imagine you possibly being there, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, that's something else. It's like, I feel like I could easily come across as a bitch. And I don't know. But no, it's definitely something that is like intriguing that I feel like it's kind of one of those like why not things. I'm already extremely confident in myself and in my content in general that it's not something that hurts. It doesn't hurt to do it, to even apply. Like you never know who's watching you, what eyes are on you, and I feel like um whether I go or not, it doesn't define anything. That's why even like when people applied this year and they didn't make it to Stream University and they were crying and boohooing and all this stuff, it's like that's not like defining anything. There were people who went to Stream University and they don't have a decent following now because they didn't pick up off of the consistency and momentum off of that situation. There's again back to what I was saying earlier, people not wanting it bad enough. So it's not something that people should look at as this like defining thing because um it's created by such this huge creator, and like so it seems intimidating and feeling like this is a make or break type of situation, and it's like it's really not. Like whatever's for you is going to be for you regardless of what opportunities you get or don't get. Like your path is going to be your path for a reason, right? But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there and like put that on wax and just say like I'm definitely, I guess I can confidently say that I do plan to apply for it. Um and yeah. So it's kind of just like a YOLO fuck it type of thing, you know? Like it's kind of like a fuck it YOLO if I whatever, you know? It's one of those things. But like earlier this year I did not consider it. Like I even had a friend who hit me up. She was like, "Girl, I really could see you doing this. Like I really feel like you should do it." And I could too, even at that time. I could see myself doing it. It's just like I wasn't finna stop everything that I was doing creatively just to apply to Streaming You. I would have put if I did, it would have been a lot less effort and it would not have been what I wanted it to be. So but anyways, we'll see what happens with that. I'm speaking it into the universe. I don't want to talk too much about it on here because it's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things, it's just like we'll see. Anyways, moving right along to the next topic. I don't even want to spend much time on this because there's not a whole lot to say. But I will say, Thug, log out of Twitter and Instagram. We do not care about you complaining about rats. We don't give a fuck. None of us cared. We never cared. We've been bumping Gunna since he came out. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And you want to know what's crazy? All this man had to do was come out, just barely escape his Rico, and just drop music. That's it. And then we could have judged the music itself and decided if it was good or bad, if you fell off or whatever. But you just come home bitching about all of this rat shit. And I talked about this episodes ago because he's been tweeting about Gunna for months. And I was like, look, Doug, you're doing all this yapping and this bitching and whining and complaining about Gunna. Your album better be hard. Here you go. Weeks later, you're still bitching about Gunna. Exactly. And then I'm not really studying all of these calls because I feel like if we were to get everybody's phone calls leaked, I'm pretty certain everybody who's been in jail, like every celebrity who's been in jail, phone calls would be crazy. So I'm not even gonna put all that on him because it's like, look, I feel like we're only all gagging and ooh ah because he's a celebrity. I'm pretty sure if any other celebrity phone calls while he was in jail was leaked, we would all be oohing and ahhing as well. So it's like I don't even care about that too much. But I will say, when it comes to Young Thug lost me He lost me when he came home and started throwing subs to Gunna. But he really lost me the other day when he started posting his paperwork, defending himself to the internet about him not being a snitch. Like, this is not, like, this cannot be real life. Like, is this really, are we serious? I was so confused the other day. I'm like, gang, get off Twitter. Why are you explaining yourself to Twitter about street shit? Nigga, whether you was an actual snitch or not, none of us give a fuck. We just want good music. None of us care. No matter who pretends to really care, even if we point the finger and point it out, we still don't care. If your music is good, it's good. Truthfully, when we heard the when have we heard talk truthfully, when have we heard Thug talk this much? All he did was drop music and keep it pushing. He just know he was snitching too, so he's trying to take the tension off, I feel. I now it does sound like that for sure, but it's just like none of this had to happen if he just would shut up. If all he did was just shut up, then like we wouldn't have this issue. And I remember earlier on, people kept questioning or like trying to figure out, oh, is Thug gonna have an issue with Gunna? Like, is Thug gonna da da da? It was niggas talking about. It was niggas saying that, oh, Thug told him to take it. He knew he was okay with it. I knew he wasn't okay with it. I knew from very reliable source at that time back then, Thug wasn't okay with it. But from what I knew, it wasn't necessarily beef at that time, right? It wasn't necessarily beef, but um they he definitely didn't tell him to do that. And he definitely didn't know. So, okay, girl. You not listening to me. So we're gonna time you out for 10 minutes because you not listening. I said I'm a accept your request, but you throwing me off. I'm look, I don't freestyle my streams, okay? And I have ADHD. I keep saying this for a reason. So if you say something or ask me about something like 20 times after I said I'm gonna get to it, you're throwing me off of my topics and what I want to talk about. So I will accept your request on Discord. I said that about 5 times. Like, don't spam my fucking chat with that. Anyways, so yeah, back to Thugs. Annoying ass. Like, nobody cares, gang. Still to this very minute, I bet you before I even started stream, he tweeted something else. He's probably still on Twitter going, nigga, you need to hit up Steel and figure out if you can sue for these leaked phone calls. That's what you need to be doing. You need to direct your attention to things that are actually important. Because right now you're bitching about shit that don't matter. You need to hit up Steel phone and see what's going on about these leaked phone calls. Fulton County don't give no fucks. They are leaking these calls every fucking day. You need to be seeing if you could sue about this shit instead of tweeting, nigga, who's still on probation, mind you. This nigga barely made it off the Rico. The nigga got how many years probation? Ain't it like 20 or some shit? 10? It's some crazy amount of years. Lil Baby, I don't know. Lil Baby, see, I don't give a fuck about Lil Baby because, baby, you been stopped making good music. Been. All right, we back. We back. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi just started tweaking there for a second. We good now. We good now. If you're still in the chat, let me know. We good now. I don't know what happened. But yeah, baby, you been slick fell like you been slick fell off. No cap. Like been to me. So I feel like it don't really matter whose side you was really on. You just kind of like, eh. It's just kind of like whatever because you ain't even been on your shit enough for you to even be feeling no kind of way. Like you start making good music. I don't even care what side baby is on. I just need him to start making better music. Cause right now, what Gunna say on his album, he said, I'm turning niggas to a podcast. All these niggas do is talk about this nigga, but nobody's making better music than him. This man has been on a run nonstop. This man has been on a run. Like, what's going on? It's actually low key unfair at this point. Like, so no, I don't care about none of this snitching shit. The nigga just went to go start a whole running club. And y'all are bitching about some street shit with civilians online on the internet and nobody's dropping music or dropping anything better than his or anywhere near close to it. And then we get confirmation finally that these niggas is buying bots. The same metric that y'all stands are using to compare to your rivals or whoever actually doesn't mean shit. We kind of already knew it never really meant shit, but like now I really give zero fucks about numbers. Like zero fucks. Like zero fucks. Because it just doesn't matter. If I can go and buy a certain X amount of streams, if that's even a possibility, why are we holding so much weight? Yes, they matter to a certain extent. I'm not gonna have that that music conversation right now. That's for another day. But hello, like everything about this whole thug thing for the past couple of days has truly blown my mind, and I'm genuinely disappointed. And the fact that I know one of his managers, I'm just kind of like, I just want to know, why is no one around him telling him to shut the fuck up? That's what I want to know. Why are his people allowing him to speak? Why do y'all allow him to have access to Twitter? Y'all need to take his phone. Y'all need to change the password. The album is ready, from what I know. So where is the album? Where's the album, Jeffrey? You're doing too much tweeting, too much bitching and complaining, and there's no music. What's going on? All this rat shit, no one cares. It's a rat off. These niggas are having a rat off. Like, this is crazy. They're having a rat off to a bunch of civilians on the internet. And from what I see, these niggas who claim to be street niggas, not really, you know what I mean? Like, all of this shit is just really fake as fuck. Like, everything that we thought was a certain kind of way is like literally not. Everything about it is so stupid. I don't want to talk about it for a second longer. Anyways, I will eventually have a lot more in-depth music talk streams. And so when I do, I'll talk more in depth about stuff like that with like artists, like buying bots, all that kind of stuff. That's going to be a whole separate thing. So I'm not even going to get into that like I really want to right now. But that's really the conversation I want to get into. Anyway, to close this out, I did want to just say this in case people kind of forgot. But like, I just want everybody to understand, we're all too grown for y'all to be bragging about being in toxic relationships. I'm not gonna lie. We're too grown for it. We're too old. It's not cute being in toxic relationships. isn't cute. Um, you're actually way too grown for that. Um, you should want stability. You should want someone who's kind to you, who's someone who actually wants to be with you, and someone who acts like it. Um, and you should want peace and like real companionship. You shouldn't want someone who treats you bad. And I feel like some of y'all still brag about wanting things that are complicated and that impact your life in a negative way. And that doesn't really make sense to me. Um, but I'm just letting y'all know when y'all like kind of brag about like toxic shit and toxic relationships or being in toxic situations, that is not cute. It's not cute. It's really weird and you should want better for yourself and you look crazy. Yeah. That's really was my public service announcement. That's all I really wanted to say about that to close this episode out. Um Thank you for watching episode 11 of My Thoughts on What I Asked For. Make sure you join up my Discord. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you follow the YouTube channel if you join the lives late. If you don't, I always recommend to watch the episodes on YouTube instead of the VODs. Because I upload chapters on there. So you're able to know exactly what I'm talking about. If you want to skip to a certain topic, you can, or whatever, you can. Or if you want to watch the VODs, you can. Yeah, make sure I follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining episode 11. Um, I am very excited to do 11 more weeks of this show and 11 more weeks and 11 more weeks. And thank you for watching. Thank you for anyone who commented, followed. Um, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great night and bye. Oh, well, no, one thing I want to say I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with this Wi-Fi thing because I don't know why I don't know why my Wi-Fi went out again. That kind of frustrated me. So I apologize if throughout the stream maybe the connection was bad or whatever. Sorry, don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But now I am gonna